Hello, Hero Collectors here. How's it going, everybody? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. I know I am. And today we're going to be taking a look at these two figures that came in a two-pack. This is the Marvel Legends, Marvel's 85th anniversary, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist two-pack. Without further ado, let's get into this review. Alright, getting into these figures, we'll start off with Luke Cage. And this is my mind's eye for Luke. I do have the Power Man figure from the Mindless One wave, and that is a great classic look, but I was introduced to Luke Cage via New Avengers, and the yellow t-shirt with the jeans, that's how he always was, and that's how I always envision him. So I really like that we finally got this look on a new body that's better proportioned and sculpted, which, for starters, the new sculpt is excellent. Everything here, I believe, is 100% new. Maybe the arms are reused, but I don't think they are. But the sculpt of the t-shirt, the new jeans, it's all really great. And even the brass knuckles that he has, having the Luke and Cage spelled out on the fingers, is really nice. And of course, the head sculpts are excellent. I love the fact that we have both a stern and then a yelling, angry expression that captures Luke pretty well. And overall, he just has this real tough guy presence on a shelf. He's got the wider frame, the muscles, veiny muscles that are exposed. He's really stretching out the t-shirt. He has the I'm gonna mess you up kind of presence, and it fits Luke Cage so well. And the articulation's pretty great. He's even got these new butterflies on the t-shirt sculpt for the torso, and it works really well for posing. I didn't really have any troubles with posing him. Maybe with the dumbbell at the neck, that was the only issue, but even then, I didn't have him looking up a ton. But with the dumbbell, you can get some expression out of him here and there. I will say that I'm going to be doing a lot of gushing about this Luke and Iron Fist figures. I don't have a whole lot of complaints with them. But getting into my complaints with Luke here, the bicep connections where they meet the shoulder, it's a little gummy, and straight out of the box, I was afraid that maybe the whole mold was messed up because of how exposed the actual peg was. But since then, I was able to get them pushed in just a little bit more and articulate them a little bit safer. It may have just been my copy, I'm not 100% sure, but that was an issue I came across with this figure. And then my only other complaint with Luke is that there weren't other matching hands. Like, we have the two fists that have the brass knuckles, then we have a grip and a kind of wide open or splayed hand. If we would have gotten two grips and two wide open hands, that would have been nice, along with an extra set of fists without the brass knuckles. I would have really appreciated that. Otherwise, it's still a great figure. That complaint's very minor in the grand scheme of things. I was still able to get a lot of poses that I was wanting out of this figure, and it was just a great experience posing him around. So with that being said, I'm going to give Luke Cage here a 9 out of 10. Not quite perfect, but still an excellent figure. And then moving on to Iron Fist, I'm just going to start off by saying I don't have really any serious complaints. This is the perfect look on the perfect body for this classic Iron Fist. They even did the new sculpting for the torso, so he has the proper popped collar, and the tattoo's nice, the head sculpts are excellent, even with the bandana tassels being articulated on both head sculpts made dynamic posing really fun. The Renew Your Vows base body with the toe articulation and the pinless tech and the drop down hips and the butterflies, it all comes together and just makes a pretty damn excellent Iron Fist figure. This is the Iron Fist I've been waiting for, and this delivers more than I was expecting. I love all the accessories, all the options for hands. I had to look up a lot of poses online just to see, different martial arts poses, different kung fu, fighting techniques or whatever, or what he was drawn doing in comic books, and those hands really came into play and made it a lot easier to get those poses nailed, and was just overall fun. It was a really fun experience trying to get this guy into all the poses I found online. Now, usually with these figures, I talk about the good and then I talk about the bad. And in terms of the bad for this Iron Fist figure, there really isn't anything. The only thing I can think of is just like an unmasked Danny head or a Human Torch fist could have been included where it has a little bit of flame sculpted onto the fist. But even without those, I'm still happy with this. Like, I'm more than happy with this figure. He doesn't have a lot of like complaints to him. Even like the head articulation with the collar can still get up pretty good. He can move around. You can work the bandana so that he can get different angles. It all just works. And I don't know if this is just my copy or if, this has been a thing with all the Iron Fist figures, but the butterflies can articulate so far to where I can see the peg at the end of the butterfly. So, like, this has the most range of anybody on the Renew Your Vows base body that I have ever seen, and it really comes into play when posing him around. So if I had to give this Iron Fist a rating, it's either a 9.5 or a 10 out of 10. I don't usually give figures perfect ratings, but I think Iron Fist may have earned it. He may have gotten that 10 out of 10, so I'll have to keep that in mind when it comes to my end of the year ranking, that he ranked a lot higher than I was expecting. But now we get to the part of the video where I determine, do these figures have fun factor? And for both of them, I am going to say yes, absolutely. I had so much fun posing these guys around. I think I spent a good hour and a half, 2 hours just taking poses, looking up poses online, and doing what I can. And then one pose led to another, and this led to this. And I spent so much time with each figure having fun. I literally lost track of time just having fun with these two figures. So absolutely fun factor. This may be one of the best packs in the entire Marvel 85th anniversary wave. So I can't recommend it enough, and I'm shocked by how much I like it, even though I knew I really wanted this pack. It's so good. So with all of that out of the way, you guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Did you like the pictures I took? Do you agree with all my thoughts on these figures? Make sure you like the video. Make sure you are subscribed. And as always, I will talk to you all in another video, another post, another time.